Throughout history, people have died in a number of strange, hilarious, and mysterious ways. We've put together a list of the top 10 weirdest deaths in the 21st century, though some may be more ironic than weird. Number 10. Atomic Wedgie. 58-year-old Oklahoma-based Denver Lee St. Clair was killed in 2013 after getting into a fight with his 35-year-old stepson and receiving an atomic wedgie. St. Clair was knocked unconscious before his underwear was pulled over his head, causing the elastic waistband to strangle him. Stepson Bradley Davis was charged with manslaughter and sentenced to 30 years behind bars. Number 9. Bra adjustment. Former Navy officer Christina Bond accidentally shot herself after attempting to adjust her firearm as it rested in her bra holster. The 55-year-old was having trouble adjusting her holster as she could not get it to sit the way she wanted. Bond was looking down at her weapon as it went off. She was taken to the hospital but unfortunately died the next day. Number 8. Wrestling mat. Georgia high schooler Kendrick Johnson was killed tragically after attempting to retrieve his shoes from the middle of a rolled-up wrestling mat. A student who shared a pair of shoes with Johnson stated that after practice, Johnson would always throw his shoes into the center mat in the pile. Johnson died of suffocation. Number 7. A Segway. Okay, maybe this one sounds a bit run-of-the-mill. It's easy to break many essential bones while riding and consequently falling off a Segway. But in the case of James Jimmy Hesselden, the former owner of the Segway company, the irony of his death is enough to land him at number 7 on our list. While using an off-road version of the vehicle to inspect the grounds of his estate in northern England, Hesselden accidentally scooted off a cliff, dropping 30 feet to his death. Number 6. Meteorite. It may sound like something out of science fiction, but bus driver V. Kamaraj was killed by a fallen meteorite. As the falling space rock hit the Earth, it caused an explosion or shockwave around the impact site. This shockwave, in turn, caused the windows to shatter around the site, including those of the bus in which Kamaraj was located, sadly killing Mr. Kamaraj. Number 5. Monkeys. Deputy Mayor of Delhi S.S. Bajwa was killed in October of 2007 when he fell from his first-floor terrace while attempting to fend off a horde of attacking monkeys. Delhi has long struggled to cope with the monkey population, which invades government complexes and temples, snatches food, and scares the people who pass by. Number 4. A falling cow. While many people have accidentally been killed by cows, not many people have met this untimely end by having a cow fall on them from above. As Joao Maria de Souza lay safely asleep in bed in July of 2013, a cow that is believed to have escaped from a nearby farm climbed onto Souza's roof. The corrugated material gave way, allowing the 1.5-ton heifer to fall onto Souza's side of the bed, causing him to bleed internally before dying. Number 3. A severed cobra head. Chinese chef Peng Fan was preparing the Chinese delicacy of cobra soup when he was accidentally bitten in the act of discarding the snake's severed head. In a final act of revenge on the part of the snake, Fan was poisoned and died before any medical help could be administered. Needless to say, dinner preparations were halted for the evening. Number 2. A fish. All right. So there are some who have perished after having their internal organs pierced by a stray fish bone or after eating ill-prepared fugu. But Robert Mwaijaga's case is a little more bizarre than that. After catching a number of perige fish on Lake Nyasa, hopping creatures jumped into Mwaijaga's throat and made its way into his lungs. There was not much that his fellow fishermen could do but watch in bewilderment. Number 1. A fetish. In 2008, a 43-year-old Irish woman died only hours after willingly having sex with a dog. The woman reportedly felt ill around 7:30 and died at 8 p.m. after having a severe allergic reaction from the dog's semen. The dog's owner was charged with buggery and is allegedly the first person to be charged under the legislation. Thanks for watching.